Hello guys, welcome back. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Amaechi, El-Rufai dig in for 2023. Following President Muhammadu Buhari's intervention, some founders and pillars of the All Progressives Congress (APC) have returned to the trenches to re-strategize and plot fresh plans to realize their 2023 political quests. Notable leaders of the party considered to be posturing for 2023 include Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Transport Minister Rotimi Amaechi, Kaduna Governor Nasir El-Rufai, and Ekiti Governor Kayode Fayemi, among others. President Buhari last week backed the decision of factional acting national chairman of the party, Chief Victor Geadom, to hold an emergency National Executive Committee meeting. At the NEC meeting held at the Presidential Villa, members, on the suggestion of President Buhari, dissolved the NWC and appointed a caretaker/convention planning committee headed by Yobe State Governor Mai Mala Buni, with Senator John James Akpanu-Doedehe as secretary. The main faction of the NWC, which enjoyed the support of 18 members, was led by late Senator Abiola Ajimobi, while until he died, National Vice Chairman South-South Ntufam Hilliard Etta stood in for him. The faction enjoyed the backing of suspended National Chairman Comrade Adams Oshiomhole and National Leader of the APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Thus, some observers saw the dissolution of the NWC as targeted against Tinubu and his 2023 presidential ambition. The presidency and Governor Buni dismissed this insinuation as balderdash and insisted that the sack of the NWC was to save the APC from implosion. Indeed, Vanguard checks showed that the party, before the dissolution, was facing 11 lawsuits in various courts. Following the dissolution, some members of the National Working Committee, who described the NEC as illegal, contemplated challenging the decision in court, but later changed their minds over what a source attributed to, in quotes, "We don't want to be seen to be challenging the president's decision." Indeed, Tinubu at the weekend said President Buhari had spoken, and we accept his decisions, just as he said he had not made any decision regarding 2023 because the concerns of this hour are momentous enough. In like manner, Oshiomhole said he has taken the dissolution of the NWC in good faith and reassured the president that his confidence in his leadership remained unshaken. A stalwart of the APC said the dissolution of the NWC has brought forward a battle that would have been fought in 2022, when Oshiomhole's tenure would have ended. Oshiomhole made many avoidable mistakes that have caused a setback to those depending on him to prosecute their 2023 aspirations. Although his tenure would have ended before the 2023 election, but would have handed on to a successor that he has a hand in. Now, that opportunity has been lost. Those depending on him will fight hard to have a hand in producing the next NWC, and it is not going to be easy, the source said. The source projected that the national chairmanship will still go to the South-South, though the APC no longer has a foothold in the oil-rich region following the defection of Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State to the PDP. According to the source, the Southwest will not accept the chairmanship slot because its leaders are interested in the presidency. In like manner, the source said the North does not seem ready to relinquish power to the South in 2023 and may not accept the position. Regarding permutations for 2023, a top Tinubu supporter told Vanguard yesterday that the dissolution calls for retrospection, going back to the drawing board and re-strategizing for 2023. Our leader is an experienced politician. He knows the game. He also knows his onions. He was elected to the Senate in 1993 with over 1 million votes. The first person to be elected to the Senate with over 1 million votes. We still have more than 2 years to 2023. He cannot be seen to be fighting the commander-in-chief, though he would have loved Oshomole to serve out his tenure as APC chairman. Fayemi, El-Rufai have also moved to strengthen the party. On the same count, the camps of Fayemi and Nasser El-Rufai have started reaching out to stakeholders on the way forward. A close aide of Governor Fayemi said the dissolution of the NWC was done in the interest of the party and it is a welcome development, adding that the governor is now joining forces to make the APC strong and virile, because it is when the party is strong that you can realize your aspiration. Also, a source loyal to the Amaechi tendencies in APC said, at the inception of the APC, the agreement was that the CPC will control power, ACN will control the party, and NPDP will control the legislature. But now the CPC and ACN want to control all. This cannot be allowed to continue as we approach 2023. Amaechi is one of the biggest pillars of the APC in the South-South, given the fate of Oshomole. Others include Chief Timpere Silva, Mr. Festus Keyamo, San, and Senator Godswill Akpabio, but Amaechi is said to be closest to President Buhari among the lot. Governor El-Rufai is considered as one of those who played crucial roles in the sack of the NWC and is now backing efforts to reposition the APC ahead of the 2023 polls, where he is expected to go for the vice presidency or presidency, though he recently made case for power shifts to the south in 2023. However, Alhaji Abdullahi Gambo Abba, a chieftain of the APC in Kaduna State, said, since Governor El-Rufai of Kaduna had not publicly disclosed his intention or plans for 2023, it would not be credible for anyone to speak on that. On the dissolution of the APC-NWC, Abba, who had aspired for the Kaduna State House of Assembly to represent Kawo constituency in 2019, said there were many insinuations that some governors allegedly worked against Oshomole. Till date, I have not heard any governor or group of governors claim they had a hand in Oshomole's removal. It was just a party affair, and calling names, including that of El-Rufai, to have played any role would be unfair, he said. As it is now, all eyes are on the caretaker committee over how it will navigate the sore spots in the party. This is one of the reasons all eyes are on the Boni-led committee. Already, some members are laying landmines for the committee, saying Buni's appointment and swearing in violated the APC constitution. Essentially, the geopolitical composition of the committee to a large extent reflects the legacy parties that refused to form the APC in 2013. In February 2013, 4 legacy parties, ACN, Action Congress of Nigeria, All Nigeria's People's Party, ANPP, All Progressive Grand Alliance, APGA, and Congress for Progressive Change, CPC, merged to form APC. They were joined in November 2013 by the NPDP, a gathering of 5 PDP governors, leaders, and other stalwarts. Other big wigs also left the PDP for APC, where former Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nasser El-Rufai, Speaker of the House of Rep, Aminu Masari, former PDP Vice Chairman, Sam Jaja, Timpreseva, former House of Rep Speaker, Aminu Tambawa, and Bukola Saraki. The APC with Buhari as presidential candidate went on to win the 2015 election and defeated incumbent President Goodluck Jonathan of the PDP. However, midway into his first term, most of the NPDP members alleged marginalization and returned to the PDP. In this crowd are Atiku Abubakar, Saraki, Tambuwa, and Dino Melaye, among others. Wow. Now the ACN and CPC wing are the strongest arms remaining, while the NPDP provided a sizable chunk of the financial war chest for the election. The CPC contributed voting strength and what has been described as integrity. The ACN, anchored by Tinubu, also contributed men and material to the electoral onslaught before the NWC dissolution. Wow. Meanwhile, as a fallback position, some leaders of the party who have decided to sheath their litigation swords are laying landmines for the Buni committee on the grounds that his appointment violates the APC constitution, which forbids officers of the party from holding any executive position in government. Wow. Responding to the legality of his swearing of Buni, the Justice Minister reportedly said he could swear in people at government and party levels. Wow. And that's how APC is planning to restructure themselves, going back to the drawing board, going back to the initial agreement between the 4 parties that aligned to form the APC. And let's see how they go about it. So guys, if you have anything to say concerning this, drop your comments in the comment section. And don't forget to please subscribe to this channel. Thank you.